Why do Igorots speak Ilocano? Why do the Cordillerans speak the Ilocano language? Why don't they use their own native language instead? Howdy everybody, this is your Igorot guy Freddy and I'm back on another video, and this video is why do Igorots speak Ilocano? Why? Why Delilah? By the way, this is Niwat and he, I don't know if it is he or she, but I think she's more she. She will be my companion during this video. She's my frontliner. Shout out to Mr. Kent Lester Lardizabal there in Tuding, Itogon, Benguet. Kumusta kayo dita Itogon? Dita Tuding specifically? Ang gabagabay kitutan. Salamat. Thank you. Uwe. Apay maamuda nga ibwaloya? Apay madlaw ayo dito pa nagbadbado. Timberland ba't sa paduko? Kadalibay sa nga pantalon? Pangatangan mo na nga igbaluyak. Uwe. So, there are 6 provinces in the Cordillera, namely Abra, Apayao, Benguet, Kalinga, Ifugao, and Mountain Province. But we shouldn't forget also that there are a lot of Igorots who are living in the province of Nueva Vizcaya. But that province was placed by the American colonial government in the Cagayan Valley region during the early 20th century. Each province has at least 2 native languages spoken by the indigenous people. Some of their languages also have their own variations. Abra has Ipneg, Adasen, Mabaka Valley Kalinga, and Northern Kankanay. Apayao has Isnag, Adasen, Limos Kalinga, and Mabaka Valley Kalinga. Benguet has Iboroy, Kankanay, Kankanay proper, and Western Kalanguya. Ifugao has Ifugao and Northern Kalanguya. Kalinga has Kalinga, Balangao, and Masadiit Kalinga. And the Mountain Province has Bontok, Balangao, Mahukayan Kalinga, and Northern Kankanay. Now you see, each province has their own native language, or at least variations of their native languages. The question is, why do they need another language? Why not use a language that one province or a tribe is already using? And it's already a burden to have to learn another language, isn't it? But for you, Niwat, because you're a Niwat, you can speak everything. Okay, so do Igorots speak the Ilocano language? Yes. And why? It is because the Ilocano language is the lingua franca of the Cordillera. What's the meaning of lingua franca?
Here's the definition of lingua franca: a language that is adopted as a common language between speakers whose native languages are different.
Alright, thank you Google. So, to make it simple, the Philippines has at least 182 different languages. Each region has their own language or dialect. But as a nation, we adopted Tagalog, a language of Central, Metro Manila, and Southern Tagalog region in Luzon, as a way of understanding each other as one united country, well, not to mention it as our national language. And if we go broader, the world has 195 countries. 7,117 languages are spoken today. But how do we understand each other? Yes, we speak English. So then, English is the lingua franca of the world. Back to the Cordillera, Ilocano is our lingua franca. That's why we speak it. And how? Let us not forget, or yeah, maybe Philippine historians just always ignore the fact about the Igorot struggle for independence. They never talked about our Igorot ancestors who fought bravely to preserve our region against the Spaniards. They say the Spaniards just didn't conquer Cordillera, that's why they hadn't have a full control of our region. But the fact is, our Igorot ancestors fought back as fierce and brave as they were. They fought for a long time to preserve our culture and land. The Spaniards never had a full control of our land. Well, not until the invention of the repeating rifle, which are far stronger than our spears and bolos. So the Spaniards back then told the Filipinos and the world that the Igorots were uncivilized, lawbreakers, savages, and enemies of the Spaniards, well, including, the Ilocanos. But a lot and other records clearly says that the Igorots and the lowlanders, specifically the Ilocanos and the Pangasinenses, were friends. Listen to this, Niwat. Friends. Oh, sorry, you don't have an ear. So this Igorot and the lowlanders were actually friends. They were business partners in the gold industry. A Dominican friar account of 1598 says the Igorots brought their gold down to their special friends in Pangasinan. So if the Igorots' business partners and friends were Ilocanos and Pangasinenses from the different areas in Region 1 and the Cagayan Valley region, it clearly states how we get to speak their language. We adopted the Ilocano language, Cordillera being a landlocked region surrounded by Ilocandia, assimilated some of the Ilocano character. The Ilocano character is vast, and we adopted some of it. The very first important Ilocano character is the language, the Iloco, which is the language of the Ilocano people. Embedded in the Ilocano language are words and accompanying acts of respect. One good example of this is agmano. We all know what it is. That is why, even if it wasn't a part of the Igorot culture, a lot of us adopted it, and it has to do something with improvement of our Igorot indigenous culture. And so we got the Ilocano language in the Cordillera. It is the language someone from Benguet uses to speak to a guy from Kalinga. Even if there are some similarities of the Kalinga language and the Kankanai language, it is very difficult to let these two guys talk to each other using their own native languages. So they speak Ilocano, and then solved. It's already solved, Niwat. What are you gonna say? She's saying there are more, okay? We don't stop there. The Ilocano in the Cordillera is different from the Ilocano in Region 1 in the Cagayan Valley region. We may have adopted their language, but we do have the variation of our own. Each province of the Cordillera has their own variation of the language depending on their native language. Some speakers add some words from their native language to spice up the Ilocano language. Hi Kimberly, among ba? Napanak ngay di gultes ngay kat adumay ti tao kat nakitak ngay ni crush ko kat idikwa ngay kat nakitak mano iso na ngay idiruan ngay. Win adi? Among ba idi napanak idi session road kat nakitak adi isuda? Among ba idi nakita dak adi kat awan pakpakialam na adi? Some or a lot carry the accent of the native language into the Ilocano. Kayat mo mapanitay? Wala. No, kayat mo. Ipasya ka ibanawan, and so on. Wingarod, Hangarod, Unanggarod, ay inayan ito, and so forth, etc. etc. Sila magka-quiz tayo di ka elementary. Class, bring out 1/4 piece of one paper, lengthwise, crosswise. Alright. Anyway, but if we speak Ilocano, we surely understand each other. And that's it. Ilocano is the Igorots' lingua franca. We Igorots speak the Ilocano language, but it's in the way of our own. A thing I call Highland Ilocano. If you haven't seen the Highland versus Lowland Ilocano yet, go on and click this one. Come on, it's fun. And here you can see some differences of the Igorot Ilocano and the Lowland Ilocano, as I call it. Alright, thanks so much guys. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and click. I'm so sorry, Niwat. Did I kill you?